Hi guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Hannah. Welcome to my channel. So today's video I'm going to show you about my double eyelid surgery experience. It's really hot right now, so I have a fan blowing on me. But before I get started, I just want to say that when I was filming this video, I actually got a lot of footage of like the surgery and within the clinic itself. And then somehow I did something called formatting your SD card, which I had no idea what that was at the time. I accidentally formatted it, and so all of the footage that I have from then got completely erased. So what I have in this video is just what I was able to salvage from my phone, as well as what was left on the SD card that I could use. So I apologize in advance that I can't show you the actual like surgery and like the consultation and all of the footage I was able to film, but hopefully this video gives you some insight as to what it's like getting double eyelid surgery, and I'll be answering some FAQs at the end of this video. I'm going to show you guys the sunglasses I brought. These are the sunglasses I'm going to be wearing after the surgery, so you can't see my eyes. My dad also recommended that I bring a hat. This is the hat I'm going to be wearing. I bought this in like Hongdae. We're coming out of the clinic looking like this.
아빠 says 푹 쉬고 있어.
Dude,
Yeah?
there's one point where the anesthesia wore off and I could feel them like stitching.
Really?
I went like, I was like crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, 아파요. Alright, so I just got out of the clinic. Basically, they just did a cleaning. The doctor felt that this side stitching wasn't like well done. He wanted it to be a bit more round, and he said it went kind of like this, like it kind of went out. So they put me under local anesthesia and they just like added 2 stitches on this side, I think. And then they gave me some more gauze to use with my ice pack. Okay, so for a while I have been icing my face, but today I'm gonna do a heat pack. This is just like a heat pack you can throw in the microwave. I'll show you guys how to, whoa. My skin looks fake. What is happening? Okay, I think I fixed it, but I also can't tell. It's pretty warm now. It's not like hot to the point like it's like hot. So usually when I do like my heat or my ice packs, I like to watch something, or like I'll just listen to the show. But one of my classmates started a podcast and he actually sent me the first couple 5 episodes. So I'm gonna listen to the podcast instead. It just kind of talks about like technology, and that's a little bit of like his and my like our major. I'll let this sit for like 20 to 30 minutes on my face. Okay y'all, today I am getting my stitches taken out. So you can see my eyes are still pretty swollen. They're gonna take these tapes off. I'm gonna get my stitches taken off. We're about to head out like right now because I have to be there by 11 and it's 10:30 right now. It takes about like 25 minutes to get there. So we are like just about to approach the clinic. I decided I'm not gonna film getting my stitches removed because the first couple times, even though I lost the footage, first couple times we went, I did ask for like permission to film, and they all said it was okay, but I think like through multiple visits to the clinic, I feel like they just kind of got more and more sick of me filming. So I don't want to ask again. Unfortunately, I can't really show that footage in here because it's all gone. I will just see you guys after I get my stitches removed. So a couple things, like when I was getting my stitches taken out, first off, I think she nicked me. Like in the inside here, I have like a little like loose flap of skin. I had 2 little bloody lines up here. It's like kind of closed up now because it's been about an hour and a half since I got my stitches taken out. We went to go eat, so it's been some time, and now they're like kind of covered up because they put some kind of like ointment on top. One thing I noticed is like I had little tiny loose like lashes all around, and they weren't like full lashes that are like the normal length of my lashes. They're like little snippets of them. So it was like really short little hairs that are loose all around down here. and I was like, oh my god, she cut my lashes. So I lifted my eyelid up to check underneath, and some of my lashes are very blunt at the ends. So I think she snipped some of my lashes on accident too. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It just kind of sucks because I spent so much time like growing out my lashes. I spent so much money on like serums and like all for that to just get like kind of snipped off. For what I paid, I'm not complaining. It just kind of wasn't the greatest experience, but I'm just glad to get my stitches taken out and be able to move on. Like now I'm done having to go back to the clinic, letting my eyelids swell a little bit, and we should be good in like a couple months, I think he said. I just got back home. I'm like pretty sure she nicked me with like the scissors. It felt like she was like tugging, sliding a pair of scissors underneath to cut them and then pulling out the string. There was a lot of tugging and it would hurt. So I don't know if I can show this to you. I'm gonna try to zoom in. But like I'm pretty sure this little thing right there is where she nicked me. She did it in my inner corner. Like it hurt so freaking, like I actually started crying. My eyes are watering, like I was crying. My eyes are crying. It hurt so bad. I wanted to say something, but I also am really bad at Korean. My speaking skills are about like equivalent to maybe like 5 or 6 year old. So I don't even know how to tell her that like I feel like she nicked me, because there's also like that respect part of the culture that I don't fully understand, because she's a nurse, she's also older than me, like her level of education, her age, I feel like are just all factors in how much respect you're supposed to give someone. I honestly don't really know even like if I can confront her about that and like say something. You can call me like a pushover. I really don't care, because I'm just glad that I'm done with it. So right now I have double eyelid tape on. I'm gonna show you guys why I had to get double eyelid tape. I have them with me right now. I have one that is just a one-sided tape, and then I have one that's like a mesh kind of tape to dip it in like water, spray it with water for the adhesive to stick. I actually have on the one-sided tape, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit up close into my eye real quick. As you guys can see here, my crease is folding in 2 different directions. There's one that's going this way, and there's one that's going down this way. The original stitch is supposed to be going down like this. Somehow this crease just kind of did this on its own, but the original stitching that the doctor did is down here, so I wanted it to match this crease. Although it would be nice that it goes this way because it's like bigger and it just kind of looks natural to have like, I guess like to have asymmetric eyes. It does make like this one look kind of like more swollen compared to this one. I might be being too picky with it, but personally I'd rather have it like be asymmetrical and how the doctor originally made it. So I've been using double eyelid tape to kind of help this crease build itself a little bit stronger than up here. I have this eyelid tape on. It's like the one-sided kind. It hasn't been doing too good of a job of holding it, so I'm gonna use the mesh kind because this is like kind of double-sided. So I'm gonna take off this tape and I'm gonna show you guys how I put on my double eyelid tape to help with this crease. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gently try to peel off this guy. Grab it here, gently just peel it off. And then I'm sure you know when you buy double eyelid tape, it always comes with this. It reminds me of like Jumanji, you know, like the board game movie. I don't know. There's construction going on, by the way. Sorry if you guys hear any noise. I love how affordable these tapes are here. Each one of these was like around $1 Canadian, 1 Canadian to 2 Canadian dollars. But I remember when I was in junior high and I used to buy these, I would order these off of AliExpress and they would take so long to arrive. I would wait like 1 to 2 months for like literally a single one of these. And these come with such a cute little case. How cute is that? Anyways, we are gonna do these ones. This is the mesh one. This has like the adhesive in it. I'm just gonna peel one of these off, and then we're gonna take this and dip it in a little bowl of water. I don't know how to do this, but I just shake off the excess water, get the glue tacky, taking these tweezers, lining it up here. And then here, I'm gonna just line it up with the bottom crease. I'm gonna grab this prong and just try to help it hold its shape. Because that mesh tape is like kind of tacky on both sides, it holds the shape a lot better than just the one-sided tape. You can definitely see that this looks a little bit more symmetrical in size compared to when the crease was like a little bit higher. I don't know how long this will take me, but I've just been doing this to help it like kind of hold its form. It's been about like a little under a month. I also mentioned previously that when I was getting my stitches taken out, that the nurse cut a bit of my eyelashes off. So I've been using this Etude Ample, I don't know how you pronounce it. Oops. I've been using this product a lot to help grow out my lashes. I'm not really sure how effective it's been because it's only been like a week and a half that I've been using it, and the box says it takes about like 4 weeks to see results, so I'll keep you guys posted about that, but this is what I'm using. I wanted to answer some like frequently asked questions that I had from my first procedure video, and then also just like things I looked up myself that I wanted to understand. To explain what kind of surgery I got, there's 2 different kinds of double eyelid surgeries. There's an incisional and there's a non-incisional. So my first time I got the procedure, I went with a non-incisional method. That basically means that they don't make a cut and they do like a threading kind of method. The second one, which is Whereas incisional means that they're going to make a cut. That's the method that I went for my second time around, so this procedure that I had in this video. So the reason why I got double eyelid surgery twice is because the first time did not hold. The non-incisional method is supposed to be like, it can be permanent depending on how your eyelids naturally are, but for me it was temporary. Usually it lasts around 2 to 5 years, and for me I wanted a procedure that would be permanent for the long run, so I decided to go with the incisional method this time around. After about a week, I was able to get my stitches taken out, and then they tell you to only start washing your face 2 days after you get your stitches taken out. You can start wearing makeup about a week after. One thing about the eyelid procedure for me is that my eyelids here, like the center of my eyelids, are still actually numb. So I think that some of the nerves of my eyelids have actually kind of died. So it's also not supposed to happen. If I take my eyelid here and I pinch the middle of it, like I actually can't feel it. I pinched my eyelid hard enough that like it would leave like an indent. I just couldn't feel it at all. Like it doesn't feel painful to me at all. My eyelids were numb for a very long time, and they still are very like, they're not very sensitive to the touch right now either. So when I'm putting on mascara or curling my eyelashes, there have been moments where like your eyelid gets like caught in the eyelash curler, and sometimes I can't even feel it. Like I'll only notice it because I can see it. So that could be a little bit dangerous. Do you want to clarify though? I can kind of feel more than I did before. So hopefully it'll be better later on. Just for the sake that I can share like costs and other details about my experience in this video, I decided to not share the name of the clinic. Non-incisional surgery, the first time around a couple years ago, I think 4 years ago, I paid around $1,500 US. The surgery I got that was incisional this time around, I ended up paying like just around 1,000 Canadian dollars. And right now I'm in like that 3 to 4 week period of where it's healing. The doctor says it usually takes around 3 months to fully heal, so my eyes may actually look a little bit different in 2 months time from right now. If there aren't any questions that I was able to answer, please leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I hope you guys like this video. Please hit that subscribe button, and you can also hit me up on the Instagram, which I'll link somewhere in this video. Thanks guys, bye!